I'm with F2 freestyler, Tottenham fan, novice carp angler, and super dad, Billy Wingrove.
Hey, I'm with Super Ollie T, #1 Spurs fan, my favourite social media Spurs legend, as well as expressions, obviously, because he's funny. And yeah, I'm a fan of you, mate.
Thanks, Bill.
No worries.
Question number 1 with Billy. What made you get into football, Bill?
Do you know what? It runs through the family, don't it? I think that football's hereditary. If your family support a team or love football or play football to a good standard, it kind of gets handed down. And my family were born and raised at White Hart Lane, bang opposite the stadium, West End. They lived above the library there at Spurs, and they're all Spurs fans. And my dad used to play for Spurs when he was a kid. So when you're younger, you want to be like your dad. So I used to practice all the time. And yeah, it's kind of like football's the best sport in the world, isn't it? So like everyone, the feeling when you score a goal and the feeling when you step out on the pitch, it's just unbelievable.
Thanks, Billy. Question number 1.
What's number 2?
Number 2. Was you always the best footballer in your class?
Do you know what the thing is? I started playing football properly for my team, school team, when I was 11 years old. And that's crazy, right? If you think you play football in school at 9, or 7, 8, 9, 10. So I was a late starter. I didn't really join the team. I used to love football, but for some reason I never joined the team. So it took me about a year or 2 to catch up with the other boys that were playing in actual team structure for quite a while. But then once I did, I was captain of the school team. And yeah, I'd say I was the most skillful player for sure.
Nice. Through with the main man, Billy. What advice would you give to me, children, and upcoming footballers?
The most advice I'd say to you is, it's two parts to this, right? Sometimes coaches can affect your growth as a player. If you want something and you want to achieve something, don't let anybody ever tell you can't do it. Never. No matter what it is, even if you're reaching for the stars and someone says, come on, realistic, you're not going to get up there, you're not going to reach for the stars, who's to tell you can't? So only listen to yourself in your heart, whatever you want to do. If it's football, if someone says, oh, you'll never play in the Premier League, don't listen to them. You can play in the Premier League if you want it that much. And you want it that much, you keep practicing, and you become obsessed with it, you can get there. Okay?
Question number 4. What are your goals for this season?
Well, my goals for this season, obviously I don't do much playing, F2 FC today, my fitness was shocking. But what I will say is, we want to film, I've put my request in with Adidas to film with Sonny in the next 2 weeks, because Sonny's an absolute legend, nicest guy you meet, and Tekkers beyond belief, that knuckleball. So we want to make a massive video with him, and our goals for our YouTube channel and the filming there would be to only put out top content. So before, we might put out 3 videos a week, and 2 of them will be strong, 1 of them will just be okay. Now if it's not a banger, we won't post it. So keep up the Tekkers.
Nice. Last question. What do you think Spurs will achieve this season?
Oh, that's a good question. Top 4 finish is a must, obviously. I think we'll get 3rd. And I think that's about as far as it will go. I feel like, obviously, we just played the other day. I don't know when this video's going out, and we played really good against Palace. But there's still some rebuilding that we need to do at the club, isn't there? I don't feel like it's fully settled at the moment. You know, a couple of seasons ago, or even towards the start of last season, the players were all fighting for each other. There was a camaraderie there. And I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but it just doesn't seem to be gelling at the moment. Crystal Palace was the first time I thought, we're back.
Yeah.
Let's hope we continue it. So I'll go with a top 4 finish, sign a couple more players, and then hopefully we'll bring home some silverware.
Nice.
Top questions for Super Ollie T here. I'm flipping it. Favourite player for Spurs and why? It's got to be Sonny, I'm thinking you're going to say. No? Ooh, Harry Kane?
Paolo Gazzaniga.
Because he's so nice, right?
Yeah, he's so nice.
Okay, right, so he's the nicest guy in football. And I say that about Aurelio Gomez as well. He's one of my favourite players because he's so nice. What about on the pitch, Tekkers-wise?
Tekkers-wise, I would say... At the start of last season, I would have said Sissoko, but at the minute I'm thinking he can do a little bit better, so I would say Sonny, because...
He's performing, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's performing. Okay, next question. If you could sign any player, apart from Mbappe, Ronaldo and Messi, for Spurs, who would you sign?
Oh, I think we need a little bit of help in defence. I'd say maybe Van Dijk.
That's what I was going to say. I'd sign Van Dijk. Is unbelievable. Okay, next question. When do you reckon Spurs will win the league? What year?
Maybe next season. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think this season.
I'm liking the way he's talking here. I'm liking this.
This season, at the start of the year, I thought, okay, we've got a chance. First game, and then it came to Manchester. I went all the way, and it ended up as 2-2. I thought, great, let's keep this up, and we'll end up like second or something.
Yeah.
And then we lost against Newcastle, and I thought,
I know.
it's not this season.
It's tough this season, isn't it? It's tough. It's like you can see how we started. It's not really right. So we could turn it around. It's early doors, but it's going to be very tough, especially with Liverpool and City being so strong. Next question for you. Right, this is a good one. You can take anyone's Tekkers from Spurs, anyone. So I'll give you an example. You can have Danny Rose's left foot, or you can have Sonny's knuckleball, or Harry Kane's finishing, or Dele Alli's vision, Christian Eriksen's pass and vision. What would you pick for yourself when you're playing in the playground or for your team?
Maybe I'd go for Toby. I'd go
Yeah?
for Toby because if you're in like danger at the back, you can, because you've got Toby's skills, you can just lob it over the defence to get up there, and then he's got a nice header.
So you would take his header and he's defending.
Yeah.
Nice, I like that. Right, we're on question number 4 now, aren't we? Okay, you can go for lunch or dinner to a posh restaurant in London with any of the first team, including Poch. Who would you choose?
Poch.
Poch all day long, innit?
Yeah, Poch.
I've actually had lunch with Poch and he's the nicest guy. I'll tell you a story about Poch, and this is what you can learn from as a young lad, Ollie. It's like his professionalism, his attitude and his whole demeanour is the reason why he's such a great manager. He invited us to lunch after we filmed with him, right, up to the players' lounge, canteen. We went up there, we done the outros. 10-15 minutes later, he was sat down with his food at the table. There was Moussa Dembele, there was Winksy in the queue. There's about 5 or 6 players in the queue, so we had to queue up. And he didn't touch his food until we put it on the table and we sat down and he went, bon appetit, enjoy. And his food must have been cold by that time. It was about 15-20 minutes he'd been waiting there for us to sit down. So you can learn a lot from a person like that, because as a manager, people want to play for him, they want to fight for him, they want to win for him. It's a really good skill set to have. I'd choose Poch. What would your first question be to Poch? What would your first question be to Poch? What would you say?
Who would you like to sign this season?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Who do you think he'd say?
Ooh. I'm not sure. I know it wouldn't go like too big. It'd probably go like Asensio or something.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. Nice. Super Ollie T, it's been a pleasure, mate. I love watching your content. Keep it up. And with the Spurs players, it puts a smile on my face. So don't listen to them negative comments, because they're only haters, okay? Keep putting smiles on people's faces, mate. All the best.